I've been finding ways to get away so I can see you again. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux, and it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for March 13th, 2025. And of course, I'm joined this week and every week by Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
What's good, everybody?
And of course, we're joined this week still. You know what? I'm going to say it regardless. Batting 1,000 because I said so. Because we are still in this post-fact era. If you try to check me on my facts, I will act like I can deport you by taking away things you legally have and send you to a country that does not have your citizenship because you checked me. The Sunflower Sovereign is here. Sinziak is in the building.
I have decided to hit the continue button on my attendance to the podcast, complete with the following sound effect.
That's dope. Yeah, I've not done my homework, to which I was supposed to add scenes to my stream deck or Discord sound effects to my stream deck because your boy thought he had to reinstall Windows after last night's show or after last week's show, only to do all of that preparation Friday to discover that there was a bad NVIDIA update that I took. And then as soon as I updated with the good patch, everything started working again. But nevertheless, we are here now. The show is ready to go, regardless of whether or not I've put any work into this show outside of collecting a whole bunch of articles and stories to talk about today, including Western Digital chasing AI. Xbox chasing AI steal. The Hoyoverse chasing AI. SAG-AFTRA saying, fuck you AI. And how thick thighs are immune, or excuse me, our thick thighs are recession proof. All that and all that and much more on this week's episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Shall we dig in? I'm sorry again. So also on top of this, I had not only did I fix the my computer issue, I also had to force an update to Windows 11. Things are broken right now. I am in the process of figuring out what's broken and am fixing it. Namely the fact that using two different scene collections, I don't know what broke where. So please bear with me as I click a button. Thank you. Starting off this week with Western Digital reportedly leaving the SSD market, leaving SanDisk responsible for existing and future products. Excuse me, which means there will be no more WD Black. Might be SD Black.
Once
SanDisk
again,
Black.
anti-blackness rears its ugly head.
Is it
Black.
anti-black though?
I'm black, y'all. I'm black.
Well, I mean, you literally just said, like, you know, X product black won't exist. So I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, amongst other things, other NVMEs or SSDs that Western Digital makes.
Listen, I'm not worried about all of that. Who are those people? I don't know. I'm sorry to that man. I don't know who those men are.
Allegedly, it could be SanDisk Black, SD Black.
Vanta Black, as like, listen, y'all can't be doing that.
I'm blackity black and I'm black, y'all.
But yeah, so WD is exiting the SSD market because they just want to sell platter hard drives for AI. Because that's where all the money is.
What are we learning, kids? What are we learning?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn.
Not even one? Not one?
No.
As Minister Kevin would say, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. While the reason behind Western Digital's decision is uncertain for now, the company is said to see a brighter future in the HDD market, particularly those needed for AI workloads. In a blog post released a few weeks ago, WD CEO Irving Tan claimed that HDD shipments are expected to see an uptrend due to the demand from the market, and that is where the firm will concentrate on moving into the future. So it is safe to say that Western Digital won't be in the SSD markets, at least until the AI hype lasts. That sentence doesn't make sense. This is like the AI hype ends? So yeah. Very sad. Sphinx Raw, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Got the Zen running through the sunflower fields, I imagine, to see what's going on.
Possibly.
So yeah, it's sad. It's really sad to see a notable brand like the one that I trust. When I look for SSDs, I'm here for Western Digital, but it seems like Western Digital is not here for me.
Yep.
And that hurts. This is a betrayal. Who am I supposed to go to now? Samsung? Crucial? Team Crew? What do I do, Ken? What do I do? This Jose loyal. This is the same company that locked you out of your passport drives for months, right? I don't know about that. They never locked me out of my NVMEs. Let's go to merch. Yeah. This is sad. AI is ruining fucking everything. Now they're coming from my fucking storage. Is there going to be like at least one thing, one tech related thing that will not be ruined by AI? Like I'm trying to think here. Like you need CPU, you need GPU, you need memory. You need cooling, you need power. Now they've got storage. They probably gonna come for sound next. They got video.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get into chargers.
Wouldn't put it past them.
Y'all see what OpenAI just asked Trump for, right? So AI is out for everything. Shit, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to. I saw that and I'm just like,
I
it's the way
forgot.
that OpenAI stays being the most dramatic people in the game when it comes to this stuff. Because weren't they just
That's right.
in the Reddit comments being like, you can't use our logos to just do things without our permission. We have copyrights on this. And people went, oh, is that right?
Yeah, they were just after DeepSeek for the same shit.
Do we remember that? Because I'm like, so if you can't use other people's work,
The AI is dead, and I agree.
then AI is dead.
So let's kill it.
It's like, see, here's the thing. I'm gonna take this back to a thing that you said, Major, and I would say no. AI as a whole isn't dead, but the stuff that they're pushing out here on these streets today absolutely is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because like the idea of you having anything that is like algorithm like, where it like takes data and anticipates and extrapolates things for you and returns stuff, is kind of the baseline for what this stuff is supposed to be. And this idea of being like, but what if we just burned down a whole rainforest for you to have cute memes to post on like Instagram, Threads, Facebook, or whatever? Absolutely not. The hey, let's just go ahead and prove real quick that CEOs aren't necessary. Though the way that they're speed running that part is really interesting to me,
I
because
mean, just can't have anything, man. This fucking sucks, bro.
We
And
can't
so-
have shit. We can't have shit in this house.
so yeah, Merge, I absolutely saw that and I was already there. But, you know, I feel like maybe this is the mayhem section of this week, but maybe just like we're going to take an aside here, because from what I understand, the list of articles this week isn't like super long, so we can spend a little bit more time with a handful of things here and there. Here is a question that I have, right? I keep seeing people just, part of it is a statement I want to make, and part of it is a question that I have. The statement I want to make is, at some point, we're going to have to like dig our heels in about a handful of things and just refuse to. I'm not saying being unwise or like unnecessarily stubborn about that, but we got to dig our heels in about some things. And what I mean by that is, people will get on a platform, and it could be any platform without really thinking about it. And the moment that someone goes, well, this platform is about to do X, Y, and Z, they're just like, well, I guess we're going to have to migrate from that platform to this other one. Or we're going to have to move from this place on the internet to another place on the internet. And I'm just like, y'all are going to have to get real comfortable with creating a space.
Yeah.
Because we can't keep moving or like seeding with the letter C, right? Can't keep seeding everything to people who just make things. But y'all are also trying to jump from one technology or system or platform or whatever you didn't build to another one that you didn't build, and hoping that the people who built it or who are in charge of it or who run it will like have a moral backbone. Y'all need to learn how these things are built and then try to build them, or talk to people and build community with people that are on the same page as you and try to build with those people. Major being an example here, we'll just pull that one up because Major's out housing for like 7 years. So like that, because like if I read one more time, well, I guess we're going to have to drop, like, for example, this could be Blue Sky. I'm just going to throw that one out there, right?
Well,
For the
just so you know,
sake-
Discord is the topic du jour.
I mean, it is, but it was Discord, but it's been Discord for like 2 years at this point. It's been Facebook at some point. It's gonna be Threads at some point. It's gonna be any platform Meta's on at some point, if it isn't already, etc. and so on. It's kind of like, at what point do y'all stop jumping and go, I guess we're just going to have to figure out where this stuff is going to live so I can have it in a sustainable, like, long-term way. Because these people keep like going into your platforms, infiltrating stuff, ruining things, and then disappearing everything you contributed to it. And like, we can't keep doing that.
It's the issue of there's so many people who wanting something for free and not wanting to sit there and put that work, time and effort, like they just said, time, effort, and just energy into running these things. It's why, like, when like in the server, I was asked, like, so, all right, well, Reddit's doing this shit, so who's gonna where's the safest place for me to go? I was like, look, the safest place for me to go is the thing that I build at this point.
And I mean,
because like that's where that's that full stop for me. Like, I may be on Threads, I may be on Blue Sky, but the best place for me to be my full ass authentic self is Major 2, is my Mastodon instance.
Like, it's, you know, like, this is the house that Major built, and here, and like, mind you, it's a fine balance between people have every right to like make their feelings known and make their voices heard about the different things that they use. But it's the specific when the voicing of the opinion is, I guess we're going to have to leave because this place isn't good. Where do y'all want us to go? It's just like either you're going to go and fight these people and demand that they do the thing that you want to do, or you're going to have to build it. There are no places that are going to be safe without effort.
Yeah. I mean, that effort is either your time, your energy, or your money.
And in a lot of cases, it's going to be,
hellscape.
and it's going to be some combination of those. And like, that's just kind of the place that I'm at watching things right now, is just like, at some point, y'all are going to have to like look at all of these things that you keep having to make a jump from one place to another and go, okay, well, which of these things are we going to fight for? And if we're not going to fight for them, then what are we going to do?
And it's the reason why I've always advocated for ActivityPub, why I've always advocated for an open social web, as opposed to people continuously going to centralized networks. Like people going from Twitter to Blue Sky, like, y'all are going to deal with the same shit over there that you dealt to Twitter. You're not going to like how a central organization is running your shit. But it's free. I don't have to pay, and I don't have to know. Well, I mean, technically you wouldn't have to know any of that shit either if you hired somebody to do it. But that's the thing too. You are not willing to pay people. You want shit for free, which again, free is in Libre, not free is in beer. That's what I believe in. You still have to pay for beer. People aren't willing to sit there and put that money in to sit there, have somebody do shit for them to make the space that they want to make.
And like on a certain level, some of it is paying for stuff, but even if it were just like, because I don't want to jump out of the fire into the water. And what I mean by that here is I would like to see my people paid for things, but I also know ain't nobody got money like that most of the time. So like some kind of thing where there is I do not have money, but this is what I do have. Can we work with this to get this?
Again, my whole argument with that is, and especially again, when I'm looking at the real cost of things, right? And let's look at Mastodon. It costs me about $25 to $30 a month to run a Mastodon instance. That's what, $5 between 6 people? And if you're talking about moving a community of people, like Major's house is bigger than that. So like, I know that there are people, like, I don't know, my community is not safe here on Twitter who have hundreds. Like their community is huge. I've seen one, I've helped build one like on Discord just in the past year, and this shit went fucking explosive. Like it's at a point where if I wanted to sit there and run an instance for them, like a $30 server isn't going to be able to cover it. Not for the amount of people that are on there. But if enough people sit there and pay $5, not everybody will have to pay, but enough people who paid enough into it, you can sit there and have this funded. It's just that everybody's looking at everybody else as well. They got it right. Y'all got it right. And that's everybody saying, y'all got it. It's the reason why for me, like, look, I open my doors to Major 2. And it's like, look, do whatever you got to do. I'm not going to charge you. Like, again, I was good then. I wasn't for a good 2 years. But now I'm back. And it's like, I'm not going to sit there and charge people. But again, it would make my life a whole lot easier. Again, this is not a plug, but maybe, I don't know, take it however you want. But if people subscribe, like if they went to Patreon, if they went to Coffee, if they went to PayPal, toss a couple of bucks, it would make things easier. It's not necessary. It's not required. But there are definitely people out there who are running instances, who are running bigger servers because their communities had nowhere to go and are struggling because everybody's looking for that free 99 shit and are not actively paying admins to run shit. And then they wonder why their like services are subpar, why mods aren't quickly able to respond to shit, and why servers go under. And then everybody's sitting there looking around with the dicks in their hands, like, man, that's really sad that server went down. I mean, did you toss them a couple of bucks? Because I'm pretty sure if you did, they wouldn't be going down as fast as they are.
Right.
Well, I mean, there's that, and I'm not saying that the money part isn't important, but the thing that I want to focus on isn't as much like just purely money, as much as people needing to be actively involved. And the difference is the following: if you were to be like, hey, this is what the server costs and stuff, and I'm just like, fine, then, and I just go, here's some money, but I don't participate in the community in any other meaningful way, except that every month you know that there is going to be $10 toward this, toward like, you know, like a third of whatever the server costs are. Let's say that that's the thing that I decide to do. And you're just like, you do not know that I exist otherwise. I am a wraith, right? Is that like what we want out of that when we think about what building things as a community looks like?
I mean, sometimes you just have benefactors. You have silent partners. You just got somebody that's like, look, I will just support you. I don't need or want anything. I just want to see you thrive. I can't do anything else. I don't know how to mod. I very rarely post, but I want to see this community thrive. Hey, here's $10 a month.
I have money, and my money is my support. Like, I've had people whenever we did like community outreach and, you know, community help, where people are like, no, I don't want a pork plate. No, I don't want a fried fish plate. I just want y'all to have a book bag. I want you to be able to buy these book bags for the kids.
Like that's how I am when I'm come across a stream and somebody's like raising funds for something. Like, if you donate $25, like I'll do this cool drawing of you. It's like, no, here's just $25.
Yeah.
Save a child. I don't know. Do a thing. Buy some rice for a country. Do the thing you said you were going to do. Do not mind me. Because again, I still feel like, you know how I feel about charity as it is. But I am not that person. Like, again, my support is not transactional.
Right.
Well, I mean,
if you need a thing and this is how you want me to help, there it is. I don't need nothing. You asked for it, I had it. You can now you have it.
I think all of us on the same page about just being like, hey, I'll just do the good thing because the good thing is there to do, and I'm not worried about what happens after that, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm thinking here about people who are just like, I would like to be involved, but resources are not a thing that I have. So then what do I do? Does this mean I don't get to participate in things because I do not have money to give you?
No, that is not what that means. Again, if your labor is just as important as anything monetary, sure, it would really help if you can monetarily support. And again, like, that's why I'm glad I'm in a position that I'm in.
Yes.
Not everybody's like that. And I feel like that's something that has to be kind of weighed against something, right? But it's at a certain point too, and it's like it's like what a lot of organizations do is like, hey, we would love to just be able to continue to do things, but we still need money to operate. There still has to be some level of fundraising. My whole issue with charity becomes when you focus on the money and it's like, we got to get more. We got to figure out more ways. We got to figure out more ways to get more money.
And that is like the part that I run into when it comes to like thinking about the future and building things. It's one of those, the list is like 5 bullet points long, maybe, of like, here are the ways that you can participate. And if you don't participate in these ways, then it doesn't really count. And it's kind of like, no, like these things still count. Do we need the money for things? Sure. Let's be very transparent about it. This is how much it costs to run a server. This is how much it costs to maintain this infrastructure or whatever else. But beyond that, I need people to get into the idea of being like, let me look for, if I don't necessarily have like the dollars and cents in my particular wallet to do that, then that's fine. But I still need to think about ways for me to be involved in making the things happen that I want to see in the world.
Right. I mean,
like that is the larger point that I'm trying to make, is that there is this thing of like consuming stuff, but they're not active in the thing that they're consuming. And so it's just, they're angry because it doesn't work the way they want it to work. They're sad when the thing that they did not decide to put any effort into disappears, and they don't contribute anything to it, whether monetary or otherwise. And if we're going to have anything better or different, we're going to have to think about how are we actively going to participate in either making the spaces better that we're already in, or making the spaces that are more like we want to see. And if that means just being like, hey, Major, I know that you do these things. This is what I can offer. Is any of this helpful? If not, can you tell me what I can do with what I have?
And it takes people like me, right, to offer those services. Where it's like, hey, I know things are difficult. I see what you're trying to do. Let me help you. I just keep putting that out there every now and again because, again, liberation for all people. I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see everybody thrive. And this is it. I cannot build you a website. I cannot do a lot of things you think I can do. But I have at least enough disposable income and enough knowledge to be very dangerous on things and sit there and hopefully provide you with services that can help you get out of a bad situation or off of a bad platform. I've been a community manager. I've been a paid Discord consultant. I've been actively running social networks on my own for a couple of years now. It's been over a couple of years. Even for that place we don't talk about no more. I'm damn good at what I fucking do, man. And I want to share that with people. The need to share with people is so fucking bad. I literally give it the fuck away. That's how bad I want to build, man. I just give this shit away. The knowledge, the tools, the services. I deployed a Discord server for me, and it's in like 5 different Discord servers right now, some of which I'm not even in. Thank you, Coffee, for letting me know that my payout's on the way.
Let's go.
But yeah. I don't know. It's a fine line, but it takes people knowing what it is that they can contribute and making sure that those people are all getting connected in a way. That way, these things can happen, and we can move together like that. Because some people have the money, some people have the, for lack of a better term, the capital to do the things. Some people have the will to build the things. Some people have the materials. It's a matter of everybody coming together, finding, like, making a plan and actually doing the shit. And one day we'll get there. One day we'll get there. But just so you know, if you're looking for some stuff, hit me up. Always. I tell you at the end of every show where you can find me, I am not hard to find. I'll tell you right now, you can Google me on the internet. Google me, and I'm like one of the top results. So I'm out there. Speaking of people being out there, Brazil is out there.
Brazil.
Capoeira, Brazil. Shout out to all my Bob's Burgers fans. So Brazil has ordered Apple to allow side loading within 90 days. They said, Europe, we see you, and we want some of that too. Like yesterday. Brazil has ordered Apple to allow users to bypass the App Store and sideload apps within 90 days, according to a report in Valor Econômico, seen by 9 to 5 Mac. The new ruling follows similar orders issued in Europe and elsewhere that were referenced by the Brazilian court. Apple has already complied with similar obligations of the countries without demonstrating a significant impact or irreparable damage to its business model. Damn. Late last year, Brazil's antitrust regulator, CADE, ordered Apple to allow users to download apps and make purchases from outside its app store with a 20-day deadline and fines for not complying. However, Apple appealed that ruling on the grounds that the changes would be too difficult to implement within the time frame. The court agreed, calling the injunction disproportionate and unnecessary, buying Apple more time but forcing it to face a public hearing in Brazil. So, and of course, Apple said that it believes in vibrant and competitive markets, but the changes will harm the privacy and security of iOS users. Jim, what do you think? You think the Brazilian iOS users have anything to worry about?
Nah. Not really. If you're downloading from like trusted sources, yeah, or semi-trusted sources, I think that's all right.
Well, that's all.
No problem with that.
Well, that's it with the Apple news. Who's ready to talk about your favorite best boy? I guess Sin isn't.
Gaben?
We're not engaged
Major.
yet.
Oh,
I am.
That's
I'm currently speaking to you from the void, and I will just continue to sink the rest of the way in there. If you ever this particular corporeal being as your boy ever again, okay?
The
When it
God
comes to
Emperor
Elon,
himself.
let me be.
I know that ain't who I think you're talking about.
Let me be very clear for the next like 13 seconds about how I feel about most things involving this man in an empathetic way whatsoever.
That ain't got shit
That ain't got shit
to do with me. That ain't got shit.
I just
to do with me. Oh, that ain't got shit to do with me.
I absolutely not.
Yeah. That is a word.
Mm-mm.
That ain't got
No.
shit to do with me.
Well, the only illegal alien that's stealing your job, Musky Musk.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's better.
Is blaming a Ukrainian cyber attack for bringing down Twitter.
As opposed to, well, I would have been surprised if
You know what I'm gonna say?
Breeze would have taken down on Twitter.
I mean, I
You know
thought it
what,
was an
yeah.
African scammer.
I thought.
Oh wait. I see you. You know what I'm gonna say for what it's worth. I believe him.
It's the equivalent of, why would you feel? It's like two questions. Number one, why do you feel that way? And what is it that you did to piss off the Ukrainians?
Well, like here's the thing, right?
But
Never
see,
minding
yeah.
the cyber attacks for a second.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and be very like clear about something.
Yes.
You fired all of the people who would have been responsible for preventing that shit. So I expect that that's exactly what's happening to you. If nothing else, all you were being served is, well, I mean, you had people to work on that and you fired them.
Yes. You fired.
Publicly. How is that going for you?
People were like, bro, a cyber attack is coming. Who knew that cyber attack was gonna be the Musk verse? Who knew? Like people were sounding the alarm. Hey yo, a cyber attack is coming. Eventually, they fired the people who would combat that. Who knew that first target was gonna be Musk?
I love the opening here. Perhaps like the loser of the proposed cage fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. That's never ever happening.
Yeah.
Twitter has been down and out for much of Monday.
You know, if I were on Twitter like that, I would actually care.
Right.
Yep.
I didn't even know. I didn't know at all. I was like, man. Mastodon was working for me.
I was like, here's the wild part. I didn't even know Twitter was down, because I was like, A, full affirmed on Blue Sky. B, and then just so happened I just happened to like, oh, let me check Hellscape, and I was like, oh, Hellscape is down, and then Blue Sky was like, yeah, Hellscape is down. The only way I end up on Twitter is if I am sharing a link and they're like, hey, or like I'm sharing, lately I've been sharing a couple of fundraisers, and they're like, hey, you can share this fundraiser. And it's like, well, the easiest way to do that is for me to hit the Twitter button, and it'll compose a small message, and that I will copy the text of and then send it to Mastodon. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I know that Twitter is doing anything. I've gotten better. I've like, every time I share something, I look for the Blue Sky equivalent and I share that. Yeah, unfortunately, the only places I've been do not have a Blue Sky equivalent. Mm-hmm. The platform's owner, Musky Musk, claimed that there was a massive cyber attack against Twitter, with either a large coordinated group and or a country behind the claimed assault. Musk didn't provide any evidence, but experts told NBC News that his assertions were plausible.
Again, when your servers are literally a house of cards.
Mm-hmm. And you fire. It's like you both fired the people. It's wild though. He fired the people who could have stopped it on Twitter's end, and he fired the people who could have stopped it on the thing end, on the cyber end. He basically eased the way into the midst of chaos. It's like,
my guy, you are talking about cyber attacks in a time that you are actively working to dismantle the Consumer Fraud Bureau.
yeah, you stopped it on both ends,
Like,
which is impossible, which is wild to me.
silence your face.
Silence. Like, bro, you stopped it on both sides. You stopped it at your own company, the ground level, and then you stopped it from those who are trying to who could have stopped it on your behalf.
I'm doing too many things.
It's honestly just giving. Y'all heard something?
I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard a thing.
He told
Wow,
Larry
that's wild. Y'all want something from the store?
He told Larry Kudlow on Fox Business that the massive cyber attack had IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
Which is funny because you could
actually, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Address from anywhere.
You said from where? You said from where?
From Ukraine, from the Ukraine area.
No. Before that, you said this was being aired where?
Larry Kudlow on Fox Business.
John, why did you bring this up? Like, don't we try to report on these things that are vaguely factual? How did this article make it onto the list? Who are these people?
This is on Engadget, dog. This article I'm reading is from Engadget. They sourced it from Fox Business. They are saying that according to an interview that Musk had on Fox Business. There's more to that statement if I could read it. According to network services company Cloudflare, Ukraine is increasingly the source location for DDoS attacks. The company's recent DDoS threat report for Q4 2024 had Ukraine as the fourth largest source of DDoSs, behind only Singapore, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. So, of course, possible Russian asset would blame Russia's enemy because it's high enough on a list. Again, that I was trying to get to that point.
I mean, the thing is, you were going to get to that point, but you said this was a Fox Business interview, and I'm just like, oh, it's about to be bullshit. And then you're just like, let me read the rest of the article.
Like, yes, I know it's bullshit, but also would like to context who said bullshit. People need to know. I mean,
child, you know something? I'm gonna let you have that.
Again, why would I give people information without showing my work? We are not Fox. We are not Fox.
We are quoting them from an interview. What are we talking about?
Because that's what Musk said. I am now telling you why Musk would have said that.
We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
No, not you.
Oh.
Because it's like, we're just quoting from another article that wrote from the other place what that person had said about Muskie Musk.
He could have said it on CNN.
Fox anyway.
Yeah, he could have said it on CNN, MSNBC. He just was on Fox Business when he said it. He could have tweeted it.
That could have been from the article too.
Yeah, that's all that was. Saying, we know it's bullshit, but this is why it's bullshit.
We know, the chat know, the YouTube audience know, the RSS podcast people gonna know, everybody know. We just saying this is what Engadget wrote about from another place. Okay?
I mean, it's sad that it did come from Fox. My bad.
Yes.
I don't choose the sources that everybody else chooses.
Sometimes, sometimes we just got to play the cards we dealt.
No,
In the interest of
when to hold them.
When to hold them.
Try let me go get my glasses. I can't. Goodbye.
We got the dance. We got the dance. Sometimes we just got to dance with the tune, and that tune.
And that tune.
Shut down the club. Just shut down the club.
Yep.
The club is closed. Hours are over. Everybody done gone to bed. Not even the gays are out this way. Please.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
Welcome to Tech Talk Thursdays.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is happening? Oh, wait, another Musk article. Reddit is restricting Luigi Mangione discourse, but it's even weirder than that. Excuse me. Last week, Reddit administrator Worst Nerd shared a significant update to the social media network's content moderation standards. As of March 5th, users who upvote several pieces of content banned for violating our policies will begin to receive a warning. They added that the company will consider adding additional actions down the road. Well, if it's banned, how is it being upvoted? On its face, the move is perplexing. Why would a website that ostensibly prides itself on giving its users and communities a platform for free speech choose to punish the same users and communities for simply voting on content? The answer comes down to the one-time Reddit user, alleged CEO killer, and quasi-folk hero known as Luigi Mangione. Up and down votes, as Worst Nerd noted, are the key engine of the Reddit info system. The public gauge of approvals and disapprovals afforded to a given post or comment determines its visibility within its home subreddit, its prominence across the website at large, and the post's reputation within user base. This serves as both a form of community moderation and a popularity contest, the means by which humble Redditors may earn wider attention or find themselves buried. It's imperfect like any moderation form, but as a longtime fixture of the Reddit's ecosystem, it's something that's recognized and mostly functional. Let's see. On Friday, just 2 days after Worst Nerd's announcement, a moderator for the pop culture subreddit, which has existed since 2008, announced that the subreddit has been closed. They further noted that one of their fellow moderators was suspended for approving comments that mentioned just Luigi, not even his full name. Apparently saying Luigi is now against the rules too, even though they never told us. All comments with the word Luigi get flagged as possible, inciting violence.
Oh.
They linked to a screenshot that purportedly showed the suspended user getting flagged by a moderation bot for a comment that featured a YouTube link to the 1950s Louis Prima track, Luigi.
Oh, that's weird.
The vintage big band anthem has seen something of a social media revival as a frequent accompaniment for edited videos of Mangione, though. So maybe I can see that one, but still a stretch.
Widest of stretch.
The pop culture subreddit continues to feature new posts on a limited basis, having been restricted from wider view by Reddit for the time being, and its primary photo is now a reimagining of Mangione as a Jesus-like figure. A company spokesperson then told The Verge that there's no site-wide filter for the word Luigi or expectation that users stop talking about Luigi Mangione. The same moderator shared a PSA in a Free Luigi subreddit, which is a community to discuss healthcare reform and keep up to date on the case, that the word Luigi is now flagged by Reddit for violence. They included a screenshot in which a user's question whether the community could still discuss the video game Luigi's Mansion 3 have been flagged by the violence moderation bot for mentioning the name Luigi.
Jeez.
Cheeto, welcome to the house. That name sounds familiar. After publication, a Reddit spokesman wrote to Slate that, quote, one of the mods of the subculture Reddit was suspended for approving a large number, at least 20, of comments containing direct calls for violence, including images celebrating Thomas Matthew Crooks and content calling to assassinate the president. They added that because the pop culture subreddit only had one remaining mod, we added auto mod filters to help filter reported posts, and to flag certain keywords. I don't know, dog. The Free Luigi subreddit moderator also pointed to another factor that she and many other Redditors believe led to this change on the website. Musky Musk. President Donald Trump's extremely online lackey has aimed plenty of ire at Reddit from his perch at Doge, first attacking the federal workers he's been firing en masse for discussing the chaos on, oh no, there he went, on the Fed News subreddit, then expanding his purview from there. I spoke with the moderation team for the public freakout subreddit, who told me, quote, it started with subreddit for the comic subreddit. In late January, cartoonist was permanently banned from the comic subreddit for Nazi apologia after posting a comment dismissing the idea that Musk had made a Nazi salute at the inauguration, and just that notably had inspired a wide swath of moderators to block Twitter links from their subreddits. Musk found that cartoonist tweet and called his ban insane, inspiring his followers to assail the comic subreddit. Boy, this is a mess.
It is.
This is a fucking mess, bro. It's sorry, I've not had the chance to really read this one, although because I just grabbed this one before the show. So yeah, I'm like actively reading it as I'm going through it. Oh, great. Now I've read this. There was yet another factor that members of the public freakout subreddit team told me affected them personally. About a month ago, the right-wing technocentric outlet Pirate Wires, founded by an executive at Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, published an investigation, a quote-unquote investigation, accusing a quote-unquote terrorist network, read pro-Palestinian users, of quote-unquote astroturfing its agenda within various popular subreddits, including the public freakout subreddit. After Musk boosted the article and brought it even more attention, Reddit's worst nerd announced that although the company had, quote, not identified widespread terrorist content on Reddit, end quote, it was launching a formal investigation into Pirate Wire's allegations.
Yeah.
Whew.
That ain't got shit to do with me. Yeah, that ain't got shit to do
It's
with
the
me. That
it's
ain't
the
got shit
it's
to
the way
do
that of all the things that push people to this, because they listed like, you know, frank conversations around several other, like a long list of terrible, where like suppressing people are just like, you know, that sucks, but I guess we gotta just handle what we gotta handle here. It took like literally the green Mario brother, for people to be like, yeah, yikes. I don't know how I feel about that actually. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, that's very interesting, very peculiar.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mhm.
keep this page up. I'm gonna move it over somewhere. And if you saw what it was, you know, hey, just check back in the next 48 to 72 hours. Lemmy.majorshouse.com might be back up real soon.
Yeah.
Real soon. Cause these nuts. I should call it Luigi.majorshouse.com. Just call it Luigi. Not even Livy. It's just Luigi. Come to Major Luigi. Oh boy. I said, if you want, you could be if you would like to be perceived again, you can. I'm done talking about Musky Musk.
Oh, well, I mean,
But
It's
that's
not
your
me.
choice.
no, it isn't. And that's kind of the deal here. I would love for that to be my choice. It is not currently.
Okay.
Because of nonsense and shenanigans. So y'all can get the black void of space, or actually,
What do I
you
have
know
here?
what?
Nope, that's not what
Can
I'm
I?
looking for.
Actually, hold on for a moment. Let me see if I got something here. Let me see if this works. Yeah, I think this will do.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Here we are.
All right, that'll work.
We're gonna cycle. I'm looking for one, and I know exactly. I'm gonna find it, but by all means, feel free to continue. Don't let me, being out here stop you. You got, we still got stuff to talk about.
Next up, Telecom tells employees they won't get bonuses if they don't follow return to office policies.
Wow, Vodafone. I didn't know that I don't know why you thought you had it like that, and then, you know what? I'm gonna hush. Because I'm not trying to get these people fired, you know?
I'm trying to figure out if you have a telecommunications company, how do you not dog food your product?
It's like Bell South in the 80s. It's like, do we not have phones? We've reverted back to Bell South in the 80s. So your telecommunication company, yeah. But you got to be in the office. Yeah.
Remember when Zoom told people that they had to get back in the office, and we were just like, excuse you?
It does not make sense.
Nah, you know what? I feel like this is an accurate background, because we're clearly in hell if these people are out here on this bullshit.
Right.
So, like, we're here.
It's like, so you are a mostly online entity that works online, but then you got to be in the cubicle. Make that make sense? Again, it's these corporate rents and these expensive headquarters. They got to fill them.
What in the actual good golly actual hell is this nonsense? Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But apparently, this article is in spicy with like return to office policies and stuff with Dell. Which great is that they're just like people have been trying. We've been trying to incentivize people to come to the office, and the only things that they have been able to use so far are holding people's incomes over their head because don't nobody want to be in the office. Also, y'all don't have room for everybody. You keep asking people to come to the office, and then you don't have places for them to sit. You don't have places for them to work. You don't have enough chargers. You don't have enough laptops. Shut up. Shut up.
That part.
And mind you, for most people, that's after a 45-minute commute. If you don't shut the full fuck up, what are you talking about? No. Blocked.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Yeah, we covered Dell when they were going through a similar thing. But then they were withholding promotions. And I believe the numbers came back and like 50% of the people who were working at Dell like, yeah, fuck you, we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. It's like I can still make good money but be in the house and take a pay cut. But then I save on commuting and gas and toll fees. Listen, the money I save not commuting to work is well enough for the pay cut.
But yeah, that's the fresh hell that we currently live in.
Oh yeah.
It's ready for some gaming news now.
Yeah.
You ain't ready for this, Jelly.
I'm not.
No. New Copilot for gaming aims to save you time, help you get good.
No, I'm good. I'm already good.
They really are trying to figure out a way to just put this thing in here. What's wild is that they just keep. You continue to create problems that no one, so that someone has to use thing that no one wants to use. Go away.
On the official Xbox podcast, Fatima Kadar introduced Copilot for Gaming, the ultimate gaming sidekick that helps players get to play faster, sharpen skills with expert coaching, and enjoy a more social gaming experience.
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't like that.
I have some opinions about this, and they're just like, I will fight people about that.
And this was, like I said, this is on their official Xbox podcast. Kadar introduced Copilot for Gaming, which Xbox insiders can get an early preview of on mobile soon. This AI-driven sidekick is designed to be your personalized gaming companion, helping you get to your favorite games faster, coaching you to improve your skills, and connecting you better with your friends and communities. Copilot for Gaming will be there when you need it, but all out of the way if you don't.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull this soapbox out from under the counter. If y'all weren't over here having DEF CON, whatever the higher number for DEF CON is, what's the extreme one? Is it 5 or is it 1?
I don't know. I always go between the two.
I'll look that up.
I think it's DEF CON 5.
Yeah, DEF CON 5, I think, is like DEF CON levels.
Also, what does DEF CON mean?
DEF CON 5, it like US military uses they call DEF CON 5, which is defense readiness condition.
Oh, okay.
5 is basically like chill. 1 is like the nukes are in the air. So basically the way they have the exercise term, which is like 4 is double take, 3 is roundhouse, 2 is fast pace, and 1 is cocked pistol. Like,
So that means one is probably the worst one because
yeah,
that
one
means
is the worst.
we're currently in a state of war and then a nuclear threat.
Yeah, yeah. One is like the nukes are in the air.
Like
It's like so when it's
DEFCON, like DEFCON 1 has not happened. That's
It's
how
the-
serious
what-
DEFCON 1 is.
what it's like the what was it the clock where it's like
The doomsday clock.
doomsday clock. We've been sitting at 4 minutes to midnight.
When we hit DEFCON 1, it is now 1 a.m.
Yeah, correct.
It's just
Yeah.
no, not 12:05, not 12:30. No, it's like 1:15.
It's like the nukes are down.
A whole hour has passed.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, dear everybody, because they're trying to implement this for you, trying to like get your skills up for social games. Dear everybody who plays Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Apex Legends, Fortnite, generally like team games in general. I need y'all to stop having these DEFCON 1 crash outs and don't play the games in the way that you want to play them that give people reasons to try to do things.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So, I was wrong. We are not 4 minutes to midnight. We are 89 seconds to midnight. Yeesh.
Now, for those of you who like, just for the sake of context, which when we're talking about the doomsday clock, there is like a measure of things that they have, and when the clock strikes midnight, that is humanity's about to go extinct.
Right.
It's an extinction level event. That's what happens at midnight.
Yeah. About the clock out.
And we have a
Yeah.
minute and a half left. And it's events that have happened in the last couple of years that have caused us to jump by more.
Mm-hmm. And it's like it's wild because you actually go there and you can actually click on the reasons why. The reasons why it was this at midnight, and I'm like, that's a lot. Hang on, that's a lot. But yes.
Apparently, it only moved a second since the last time they said it.
Which was like 2023. Which was like 2023, and I'm like, Jesus. That's one of those like collectives that you don't know exist, and then you're terrified for knowing that it exists. because they are very informative, and they are very specific.
I wish it would tell me what this is. I don't understand. Like, where is that? It's clearly not 5 minutes to midnight, but like, what?
No,
in 1950. No, I'm saying like I'm looking at 1953.
Right.
Like I want to know what that time is, but it doesn't say.
Didn't it say like the horrors of hydrogen?
I mean, yeah, it does say that. But see,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
cooperation, not confrontation, it then moved back a lot.
Yeah. Because
And see, it keeps moving further away. So we've been good up until a certain 1968. All right, 69 went back, 72 went back, 74 is up again. And then ever since 1974, it's just been steadily closing.
Yeah.
Oh, 1988.
That-
Whew, it went back down. 1990, the end of the Soviet Union. I mean, say what you want about that. Oh, 1991, damn, it just almost fell off the damn chart.
Because we were in good with the Russians. We had good with the Russians. There was no rootin' tootin'. You know, it was like Gorbachev. We weren't good, you know. Russians had basically had opened to the west. You know, gone was the days of the Union, and then it came the Russian Federation, which then it was just like, oh, we have jeans. We can wear jeans.
I mean, they could have been wore the jeans, but you know, U.S. intervention. But you know,
Yeah. Right.
I'm just gonna say, people who do not know that, read a book.
Yep.
Read a book.
Yep.
In 2010 it went back down, but 2012 it went back up. 2015 it went back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just kept going up. Now we're just puckering the butts.
Mm-hmm. We were in almost in a good thing, like pre 2025.
Okay, can I just point out that this just seems like a waste of resources to make this statue that says 89 minutes to midnight?
The physical statue? Probably,
yes.
Yeah. Like,
why?
But again, sometimes you need visual aids. See? Look.
A screen is enough. Look at this petulant child.
Not
I love how you said a screen is I love how you said a screen is enough while you were also telling that they.
Mm-hmm. Hey, a screen ain't enough for everybody. You need a statue. You need
yes, let's waste precious earth resources.
I mean, hey, screen's enough for me, but sometimes people need a sign.
I'm sorry, can we just acknowledge this picture real quick though? This petulant child.
Yeah.
No.
Shout out to Abe. Well, Abe's gone, but shout out to Abe just standing there. They're looking like, see, I told you this wasn't gonna work.
Fucking John Bolton over there. Man, I swear I want to punch the motherfucking mustache off that motherfucker so bad.
You'll be doing a lot of punching, but anyway.
I mean, there's a mustache on that motherfucker.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's that level of it's a level of leadership, just being like, man, bro. And that was the first time. This is the first time.
No, I don't want to do it, Miracle. No.
And you can't make me, Merc. And
you can't make me. You're not my mom.
And Abe's like, see, I told you that wouldn't work. I play golf with this man.
He smells
I know exactly
like
what's
cheeseburgers. I'm sorry, that was terrible. My bad. I'm so sorry. Please don't cancel me.
Yeah, you should apologize for that. That
was terrible.
Wifely uncalled for.
My bad. Anywho, AI in video games. So yeah, they want to bring in-game assistance, which like, what's the best way to take out the beast? Want me to pull up a quick strategy guide? No.
Also, I feel a way about the fact that a lot of these that they probably be talking about, because one of the pictures that they had was like what, Minecraft or something like that in the article. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, there's something to be said about how many games like that have a lot of the knowledge covered by the community. Like the people who play the game make guides or quick how-tos on things that they learned about playing the game to share with people, and that's how that knowledge gets passed along. And just having AI try to supplant that does not sit well with my spirit.
I mean, there's that, but also I'm wondering if this is AI that hasn't been ingesting the world's information. Is there a repository of Minecraft knowledge that Mojang created and it's pulling from that? Because it's like, for me, with these newer iPhones, I can ask, you know who, hey, how do I do this? How do I change this setting? And it'll give me the step-by-step instructions on how to do that, as provided by Apple. Like, I like the fact that I can ask it to reboot my phone, and it does that now. And that's a lot considering what the fuck I'm talking about and where we are in the world. And did not include it in here, but yet today apparently there's been reporting that the Apple team that's working on that particular project that I won't say the name of is in turmoil because of the fact that features that they promised at WWDC have been delayed. And the Apple Intelligence ain't the shit that they really tried to make it out to be. But look, my iPhone 16 Pro has a camera button. Lucid! What's up, man? I miss you. What's up, Missy? How you doing? But yeah, AI is ruining everything.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
I'm slowly being talked into using offline AI. Just so that way I can use it personally and not have to go to the websites and give them money or eyeballs. This Copilot gaming thing will probably be the worst type of backseating experience for folks that use it. I feel like, but it's the thing of like when you're engaging it. Like, I feel like that's like when you put in your stream backseating welcome or something. It's like, okay, you asked for it. Like, right. I hope it's not clippy. Where it's like, I see you're trying to build I see you're trying to use redstone. Would you like help with? I think the PS5 game help feature is pretty great. Folks record clips for you to check out in the game help. See, that's where it should be.
That's crowdsourced, and I like that. Yeah, I think that in and of itself is good. It's like when I need it, you know, because I had an instance when I was playing Wonder Stop, and I was trying to figure out how to make this particular plant, and then it was just kind of like I looked on my phone, pulled up Reddit for all places, and then like boom, I says, "Oh, it was this way," and that's fine. That's fine if I want to look that up, if I initiate that feature. But more often than not, it's like 2 Google searches, and then I figure out what I need to do.
Yeah, I can see if I engaged like this voice assistant or whatever, and it's like, hey, how do I beat this? How do I beat the beast or whatever? Is like, hey, we're gonna send you this link to your phone.
Yeah.
So the last thing I need is to ask Copilot how to craft a bathtub in Minecraft and get an ad for Office 365.
Oh. Don't speak that one too loud.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And some good news though in gaming. Ori and No Rest for the Wicked studio goes fully independent after aftermath of Private Division closure. Take-Two had previously retained the rights to the latest game. So Moon Studios is now full on independent, grabbing their IPs from Take-Two. And they're going to continue to work on No Rest for the Wicked.
Yes. I think that's amazing. Because, you don't want to be in a situation where it's like you're at like odds with your publisher. Because I've seen a few instances where dev and publisher did not always see eye to eye, and then had to be like, well, let me get that shit back. I can think about Concerned Ape when it came to Chucklefish and Stardew, current shenanigans that's going on with Humble Games, and who's that publisher for Coral Island? It'll come Stairway Games, and the kerfuffle that was Roots of Pacha with Crytivo. So yeah, which then led Gaben to step in and say, well, I'm just gonna take the game off of the. I'm gonna take the game off of the platform until y'all sort that out. And they did, and so now it's like they're self published. So, you know, it's almost like there are good ways and reasons why people like to be self published. So you don't have to find yourself in a circumstance where you're effectively, locked in with a publisher, and yeah, and then that game is like under that IP is locked in with that developer. I mean, not with that publisher, and then you can't make any sequels, or you're not getting any direct funds from game sales, and you can't like license it for like merchandise or whatever, because I think a plush Ori would hit, you know, particularly with like no, and also with no Rest for the Wicked, because I did like that art style. It's just totally not for me because it's a Soulsborne game, and I can't really play Soulsborne games. But I am glad that they are like free from like IP hell and publishing hell, and can actually just continue to make games if they want to make another iteration of Ori, or do more work with No Rest of the Wicked. So cool.
Lucy says, excellent. Surely hope they are successful as an indie studio. That's always the scary part. It's key that the dev has a team that understands how to make a product from their art and vision. Publishers are awful in a ton of ways, but they bring a lot of non-tech and non-art resources. Being indie marketing, and not necessarily having that access can make a survival a bit precarious. A publisher lets you potentially weather a failure or two. As an indie, one bad release can be the end. But I will also, in this, you're totally right, Kev. Intellectual property laws really make for some terrible companies. Oh, most definitely.
That part. Yes.
I will say this too, being a part of a publisher, being a part of a bigger company, like being a part of private division, or like, let's look at what happened with Activision and Toys for Bob. What happened to Vicarious Visions? A lot of these, or shit, even with all the fucking Embracer shit. What happened to Volition? A lot of these studios get taken up by a lot of these publishers that just sort of want to gobble up all these studios. All of a sudden, oh no, management sucks, and now we have to close all these studios. Let's look at Monolith, a AAA developer,
or the funding bears out.
Yeah,
like doesn't bear out.
Well, again, still management.
Yeah.
Again, always just management, regardless of what they fucked up. It's always management.
Yeah, like that.
But yeah, like I feel like it takes one bad bet on a live service game for a huge studio to get folded, let alone an indie studio. And I feel like with an indie studio, one bad game could fold them. But also, I feel like if that studio were to fold, they knew what that was. It wasn't because somebody somebody up top of them made a decision that they didn't want to make.
Yeah.
And I feel like to me, like it will hurt. It will still hurt all the same if a company got dissolved, right? Yeah. But I feel like it hurts more when a company gets dissolved and it was not your fault for it happening. Because somebody who thought they knew better than you made a decision, made a call that ended up tanking your game because it was not your vision.
Yeah, it's
Lucid, by publisher, I do mean private equity firm.
Yeah, it's the sad tale. It's the sad tale of a game that I know called Jump Light Odyssey, where it's like it was good. They were in early access. They were getting rave reviews. There was a lot of work to be done, but the bones were good. And then they just said, we ran out of money. We covered that game on the show. Like I have video. I have video on MajorLinux.com. Yeah,
of that game. I covered it and was really sad. Same here.
Yeah.
Because when I cover, it's me playing. I don't write articles
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
But yeah, like I played that game. I have coverage on it on the site, and it was really sad because like I don't play a lot of these games, but this one actually seemed to kind of vibe with me because it was 80s anime as fuck, and it's like this is kind of dope.
It was Space Battlefield. It was like Space Battle Fortress Yamato, and in a roguelike setting, you know, where you had to like monitor people and get people and put people in different things, and they had the different colors of this person is in this field and that person's in this field, and this person they have away missions, and it was a good concept, but it just shot itself in the foot because of bad management. And I would have loved if they'd have been like, cool, can we just farm this IP to somebody else? And just be like, cool, sell it, you know, like farm this IP to a different one, do profit share, or just do like, hey, let's just do like profit sharing where, you know, you get access, but you help us finish the game. And maybe like a bigger indie and help us finish the game. Or go through like Outer Sloth, and have them help them finish the game. You know, something. But it's them being like, nah, we can finish it, and it's in early access. Hell, but we're also going to be like, hey, if you buy the game, a portion of the game sales is going to go to the devs that we did not pay. And it's like, I don't know. Not 100% with that. So it's, yeah. It's like, it's, like I say, when people can get away from it and, you know, and can thrive, it's great. But when it goes bad, it goes real bad. It goes very bad. And I've seen it go very bad. So, yeah.
I'm not gonna like just not to put his business out there. Like I see Lucid's latest comment. And yeah, I definitely understand that. I've worked at a company that threatened to do that, and I was very fast out of the door when they were talking about that shit. I was like, you ain't gonna catch me up in that bullshit for real. But yeah, again, that's ultimately what capitalism is. It's just like a whole bunch of decisions that are made because of just short-sighted goals. Mm-hmm. Like that's like nobody can see the forest for the trees.
And
we end up in
established brands dying because somebody said,
okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up,
Work.
Lisa. I hear you.
Because these people
Nice.
these people are not loyal, and so you just gotta, you know, you have to take like a breath and then just ascend into the next role. Literally just out here, just like
you have to be like, ain't nobody getting the gold watch. I tell my mom right now, I say, there's nobody getting the gold watch. I'm not getting the gold watch. I'm not going to be at the job. I'm not going to be at a job 30, 40 years and then being like, get like a gold watch and get pushed out the door. Absolutely. I'm going to be I'm in a mercenary type of thinking, like, oh, you can't pay my ways? Let me go ahead and do my own thing for a minute.
Yeah,
I am not in the process of letting people dictate to me my worth in the company if I'm making you money. Because I can tell you right now, when I used to work at Dollar Tree and pull the amount of money in my drawer, I would literally go to my other compatriots and be like, I just made my whole paycheck in one transaction. My transaction was one paycheck. I made enough. Like one purchase was enough to cover my 2 weeks in one transaction. It's wild to me.
Speaking of transactions, a big one is happening. Monopoly Go and Monopoly Go Maker is buying Pokémon Go for $3.5 billion.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap for all of your location data.
Yeah. Like location data alone. Cheap.
Pokemon Go will be sold to Saudi-backed Monopoly Go maker Scopely as part of a $3.5 billion deal, and developer Niantic has confirmed. As expected, the sale includes Niantic's entire third-party games business, which includes Monster Hunter Now and Pikmin Bloom.
I'm like, I could probably tell you a shadow of a doubt. Pokemon Go alone would have probably been, in and of itself, was probably been worth that. The rest is just like, small. Yeah, it's just icing on the cake. It's like cherries on the sundae, because Pokemon Go is the bowl and the ice cream. like Monster Hunter Now, which is fairly new in that IP, but yeah, it's like when Activision, where everybody was talking about the Activision sale was not so much because of Activision Blizzard, but really because of King. Because King was the most profitable. It was the bowl and ice cream. Activision was just the whipped cream. And Blizzard was the cherries.
I will say this website does not say anything about that data. But even if Niantic did not sell the data that also went with these games, it's not to stop. I mean, again, the mechanism in which to collect the data is still there.
I mean, it's there.
So I mean, now it's there. Yeah, like now Scopely, a Saudi-backed company, has that data.
It's like, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, Niantic made out a pretty penny with it. I mean, granted, it's also like a spinoff of whatever Google was, or it's like a spinoff of Google. So there's that bit. But now the Saudis have it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say if you have not stopped playing any of these games, now will be a good time to stop.
You know what? Major, you already know. Can't stop, won't stop.
Well,
People will, to me, Pokemon Go was like short-lived at best for me. Not because it was like, oh. But possible location data. But it was like more like my phone gets hot every time I play it, and then it was like location problems. It's like I fear for my phone for like long-term use, and then also possible location issues.
I tried Monopoly Go and got bored after like 2 days of it. And I was like, this is stupid, and deleted it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have enough hooks to figure some shit out for me, but yeah, I did not put much into that damn game.
Yeah, it was very much like, yeah, no, I'm good.
And it makes me sad when I see people like dipped, like going heavy on that shit. It's like, yo, my dude, no.
I mean, gotta go with. That's what I'm saying. Peeps all like, yeah, but my data be out there, and it's like.
I mean, I guess because I also take that approach to some things too, but I really don't know if some of the people who are saying that know the actual ramifications of that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But it is what it is.
Lucy says, see, what you got to do is go up to folks and offer them cash for that info to their face. Tell them you'd give them $5 if they give you their street address, $5 for email, $10 for a phone number. You know they won't, and that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yo, I could see that as a nice skit for YouTube.
Yeah.
I have the equipment now to do that. Got my gimbal and my mic now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can actually do like guerrilla style shooting. Just when I walk up to who say, hey, like, because especially I know where some Pokemon Go players meet up, in Durham, just go up to him and say, look, I will give you $10 right now if you tell me where your address is. If you tell me where you live right now. If you give me your social security number, I'll give you $20.
Let's go social experiments.
Is it like, no, you want to, then please stop fucking playing these games. Please stop. But no, the merge, the point is, like, I know they're not going to give me the money. That's the problem. That's the thing. Like, that's the whole bit. I know they won't give me the money. Instead of a text to verify.
Cackling. The way of the cackling.
And more AI news. SAG-AFTRA actors strike set to continue as union warns of alarming loopholes for AI abuse and latest proposal. However, apparently the story has updated since I've shared this. Game company negotiators respond. So I'm starting off with the original. The SAG-AFTRA actor strike is set to continue as the union behind the walkout warned of, quote, alarming loopholes allowing for, quote, AI abuse in the latest proposal to end the industrial action, suggesting a deal is still far from close. But as of 2:30 p.m. UK time, negotiators on behalf of video game companies bargaining for SAG-AFTRA have responded to the news of the continuing actor strike. Quote, we have proposed a deal that includes wage increases of over 15% for SAG-AFTRA represented performers in video games, as well as enhanced health and safety protections in industry-leading terms of use for AI digital replicas in-game and additional compensation for the use of an actor's performance in other games. We have made meaningful progress and are eager to return to the bargaining table to reach a deal. This is coming from Audrey Cooling, spokesperson for the Video Game Producers Party to the Interactive Media Agreement, in a statement shared with Eurogamer. I don't believe you. We need more people. How about we just take AI off the table?
Mm-hmm.
Full stop, point blank, period.
Mm-hmm. Just don't.
You just don't. You don't have to do this.
No. AI, not even once.
The ChatGPT write me a script for Titanic sequel where the Titanic is a booze cruise in Florida and Rose and Jack are old boomers who fight the whole time and ruin the good vibes for everyone else. There is no happy ending, only misery.
Cackling.
Not even write the script, just like make the movie trailer. And I feel like in 10 minutes, we will start seeing 20 of those videos on YouTube. Just because we spoke it into existence. Of course, everybody's favorite Spider-Man, Yuri Lowenthal, has some things to say about it. Quote, it boils down to three things for me. One is consent that you don't use the data that you've recorded from us to manufacture a performance that we had no say over. Two, compensation. If you're going to do something like that, then we deserve a piece of that. Otherwise, actors won't get paid anymore and it's all over for us. And three, being able to track that sort of stuff and know where it's going. Again, I still want to say, just don't do it at all. Pay actors to do their craft. What the fuck? It is not hard. Y'all already have more money than fucking God.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? And points to general direction of the world. That's where we are using your data.
There.
Everywhere the sun touches is where we are using your data.
Everywhere the light touches. Your data is being used.
In more news and why unions are important, they don't just want money, they want your money. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's always
And all of
mine.
your money.
Just when I
And
got the money, that's all they want is mine.
And all of your money. Not
Fuck.
They don't want to leave you with nothing.
Fuck. But yeah, speaking of unions and why it's important to have one, 2 Zenless Zone Zero actors lose jobs over AI dispute without notice, finding out alongside players. A trailer dropped and 2 voice actors found out, oh shit, we were replaced.
Yep. That's gotta be wild when you like hear your voice, you don't hear your voice. And you're like, wait, I didn't record for this.
Zenless Zone Zero is the latest from the Hoyoverse.
Yes.
And it's actually the one I like the most.
Yes.
2 voice actors working on Zenless Zone Zero have been suddenly recast due to the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike over AI abuse and discovered the change alongside the publication of the game's patch notes. Emery Chase, who plays Soldier 11, announced they were replaced as they were unwilling to perform work not covered by a SAG interim agreement during a strike for AI protections. You know, the thing we were just literally talking about.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Nicholas Thurkettle, who played Lakeon, I'm sorry, I've not gotten that far in the game, so I do not know how to pronounce some of these names, has been recast despite not being a member of the union. Both actors only found out about the recasting at the same time as players when details of Zenless Zone Zero's latest patch went live. There is a response here from the recording studio. Sound Cadence Studios, responsible for recording the voice actors in Zenless Zone Zero, has responded to the news of 2 actors being recast. In a statement shared on social media, the studio said its contracts offer explicit AI protections regardless of union status, and it will continue to work on its clients' projects in the most human way possible. The statement reads, every contract at our studio features explicit AI protections regardless of union status. Much of our staff are actors themselves and could not, in good conscience, offer other performance work we would not be willing to take. The decision to recast talent on any project is not made lightly. While sometimes our hands are tied as to what we can communicate and when, we understand how personally actors take their roles and always want to ensure that no one is ever blindsided. Our studio has and will continue to honor legacy casting on all projects we've inherited whenever possible, and always reach out to actors to reprise their roles before investigating any other options. We respect the decisions of all actors in navigating the ongoing strike and fully support SAG-AFTRA in its AI negotiations. The passion of fan communities for video game characters and the people who bring them to life is further evidence that real human actors matter, and we will continue to bring voices to our clients' projects in the most human way possible. Now, I read that whole thing, right? And I'm not saying I'm the best at media literacy, but I don't think I read anything saying, like, addressing the actual fucking issue of 2 motherfuckers got fired and were not aware until patch notes came out.
Yeah.
Nothing was mentioned. Like, completely glossed over.
Shoo.
Our staff are actors. We would never do terrible things like that. What are you saying? But never mention the fact that you did do it.
Yes.
Interesting.
No, it's not humane, but it's definitely human. Because that's the thing they kept saying. It's human. It's the most human way possible. Not humane, human. But man, Yeah, it really sucks that, people take their roles very personally and, things happen. But yeah, I think that I really think that response was written by fucking AI. I'm sorry, if somebody does not believe that the protections for the safety of their work is not in place, why do you not listen to them? How much would it cost you to say, we will go more into not letting AI into this? If you already say you have robust protections, why not make them more robust? I do not understand where a lot of these companies are saying, we offer the best. We have competitive rates. We do this, we do that. Then, okay, you can do more. You can do this one. Again, a sign of a successful business is not how much you make, but how much you can sit there and pay the workers that are making you that fucking money. If you cannot do that, if you cannot do right by your employees, the people who are making you fucking rich as shit, then you are not a successful business. You deserve to fucking fail. Sit on a big old bag of dicks, motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'm still a little sad because the Amazon union that they lost the union vote. I'm still a little sad, Jeff Bezos could definitely chuck on a big old bag of dicks, like 2 bags of dicks. Amazon Prime, same day shipping. Not Merge over here being a fucking op. Bro.
Major, I just need you to think about these things before you say them. Okay, so
I mean, you're right.
I say
you're
that
right.
You're
right.
Just like there's a place that it comes from, and I'm just asking us to think about it.
You are absolutely right. But no, you're right. I can't argue that, and I apologize.
But I had to say that because it's also funny. I canceled my Amazon Prime earlier this week because I remembered that I had it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, right, y'all need to go in the trash this. So we're here.
I wish it was just that fucking easy for me. I really do.
Like, what? You can't do it?
No.
Why?
There are
what are you looking
things
at me like that for?
There are things that people use in this house.
Do you need them in 2 days?
People, not me. Not me. People.
Do the people in question need them in?
I do not live by myself.
Need them in 2 days?
Again,
do the people in question need them in 2 days?
You come over here and you ask them that. I know the answer.
Okay.
I know the answer.
I want y'all to understand when I'm not on the podcast next week.
What?
When I'm not on the podcast next week, because I'm just like, I'm just here to ask the occasional question in the name of tech journalism.
I mean, look, I've forced them to be able to do things in the past, so I mean.
Merc said, Merc said you do not need it now, but right now. Okay. Okay, heard.
Okay. Again, I do want to offer my apology to individuals who may have who were affected by the words that I said. It came out of a bad place. I apologize for that.
No, I like, here's the thing, right? I don't think anybody is offended by that. I am just going to make that joke whenever you understand that, right? There are a bunch of people who, if you tell, like, if you're just like, honestly, you could eat a bag of dicks. No one is going to argue with you about it. They're not like they're going to obviously understand that you do not mean well for the person. I am going to put what I put in the chat. Though. I'm gonna do it. So like it's fine. You're fine. You don't have to like. We do not need a Notes app apology for this.
Look, I mean, I'll write one. I'll write one.
I will. Oh, okay, Merge. You know what? Fair. Thank you for giving me that very important context in this situation.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
No. Like you didn't say that.
I said, look, there are other people in my house. I can't just make things disappear here.
I want you to look at what Merge said. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Majors fought that fight in the past and will not be opening that door again. Yes.
That was clear.
We have come, me and Major have had this conversation with my ice maker. We were in the same thing where we were like, I had no problem with making ice with the ice trays. Basically being like, filling it with water, putting it in the freezer, freezing it, make ice cube, pull ice cube out, put it up to this in a little bowl, put it back in the freezer, we're good. But I had lived with a person that did not like that process and did not gel with that process. So I had to make sure that I had to get a new ice maker for my freezer so that could make ice, so that all that person had to do was
put cup indoor.
Put cup indoor, ice come out. So I had, like I say again, I know what that looks like and feels like. I had to put me to the side and make sure that happened because person likes cup indoor. And so that's what
it is the unfortunate side effect of not living on your own.
Of not living with your own, because if you are by yourself, you're like, cool, I don't really need it, it's fine. But I have people who do depend on it. And
like,
every
look,
now and again, I might depend on it.
I just need me, YouTube, and a Plex server. I'm good.
Right. And that's what I realized. Like, all I need, all I need is, the dew of the universe and whatever's on my phone. I'm good. But that's not the other person. The other person is going to need something a little bit stronger, more complicated. And so that means
they need a bespoke solution.
They need a bespoke solution. So that's why I have the Fire Stick connected to like a splitter so that they can watch TV in the living room and kitchen at the same time and run HDMI cables between the two. It doesn't, like I say, that wouldn't work for me, but that's what works for them. So that's what I have to do.
So what I'm hearing y'all say is continue to live your best life where the main problem that you currently have is your cat.
Right. I can say
it's dangerous out here.
I can say, fuck Jeff Bezos, but then I can also be like, begrudgingly pay for a service that is integral to my life and still be like, F Bezos. No. Again, sweet.
This is what capitalism has done to us.
Right. It's like basically being like,
it's like Walmart being the only grocery store,
right?
And you try to boycott Walmart.
It's like, I hate Walmart, but that's where I have to go get my chicken tenders. That's the problem.
But
I'm mad about it.
I feel on a certain level that those are two different things.
They are.
I'm also, but like they're two different things for completely different reasons. But the thing that I am currently stuck on, and it's the good place, is like that causes discord in your house, and ain't nobody got time for that. We gotta serve.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all we want. That's all we want. It's just acknowledgement that look, we are doing the best we can with what we got.
We are not doing it because we are corporate shills. We are doing it because this is how we have peace in our house.
No, like
look,
here's the thing.
I will continue to be unemployed.
But the thing is, Kevin would be out here and have gone to his grave being like, something. I'm not gonna say one way or another. I'm just saying, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Major. Let me just say, you and your expression of these opinions are a bit more vibrant. So when we
Yes.
run into the practical reasons sometimes that people run into and try to implement those, and you're just like, homie,
Look, I'm just trying to make sure that
no, though, and I'm
try-
just like,
I'm just trying to make sure if this show ever gets brought up in court for reasons, TM, like they can't just listen. See, look, he was already planning. He said this is the reason why he couldn't do things.
Yeah.
I ain't say it.
just.
You ain't hear me say it.
Oh wait, you didn't want to. Oh, you don't need that to be brought up in the. Because and another thing, is that what?
It's the level
Oh
of
shit, bro.
absolutely not.
Oh shit, bro.
Whoa, child. Okay, so.
But yeah, that's
So not only am I a loving spouse, I'm also a parent. And apparently, parents shouldn't let their children play Roblox if they care about their children's safety, according to the CEO of the company.
it's kind of fun.
I'm gonna play this because it's a sound effect from that game. You know,
It's funny. It's funny. I just like tabbed over to one of my people who were like streaming, and somebody is playing a Roblox instance of like a Blue Lock match.
Of a
I
who?
feel like this is one of those
Oh,
things.
you don't know about Blue Lock? Well, I'll send you a trailer after everything's over.
Oh god.
TLDR, it's basically like a death game version of soccer, but with no death. It's just a death of like your hopes and dreams if you fail out of Blue Lock. So yeah, that's what it is.
I'm quitting. That's it. This is the end of the show. I'm done.
So
We've
I'm
made
just
it
sitting there thinking,
136 episodes. What the
Can
fuck,
I just-
man?
can I just be so serious for a second? I read that and I'm almost like, I feel like everybody knew that. The first time I found out, like the first time we did an article, and it was like maybe a year, maybe two ago when they talked about people having issues with gambling in Roblox. I'm just like, oh, okay. So y'all said this game was for the streets. I was under no pretenses that this was a game after that article. So like,
I'm concerned
oh,
by the line of statements that are being made by your boy.
by Futeki, let me just say this. That has seen a spike since January. And I'm going to leave it at that. Because there are some people posting stuff and we're just like, excuse you? Like
Wait,
mine,
are we
I
talking
know that.
about Roblox or Instagram? I mean, it's sad that I really think that it can be found in both.
Porque los dos.
I think the link here was, I thought this was a platform that had children in mind.
Both.
That's the link here.
By-
Right.
He switched topics.
But yeah, he's talking about
he had
Instagram.
switched topics in there. I thought this was
my
all
perspective said
one.
capital B, capital O, capital
No,
S,
like
capital-
no, slid in. It was just like, by the way, today I learned. You know, like that was it. So while we're here,
okay.
yeah,
So two different. He was
Yeah.
talking about two different things, but still capital B, capital O, capital T, capital H.
both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them.
Both of these.
Both of these. Oh. 136 episodes. We've been doing this for 5 years.
In this iteration.
In this iteration, this is the longest I have done anything
Right.
on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
This is the longest running show I have ever done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is where we end up.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Again, if you're looking for a new podcast to put into syndication, please reach out to me, Marcus at majorshouse.com. Because the fuck that we are not on any type of podcast network about now is fucking criminal.
Okay, can I just be so serious, Major? You don't want.
I don't. I want to stay
Major.
independent.
Do you like having people tell you what to do and what you can and cannot talk about?
Oh, fuck that. No, I'm so no shit.
I already know. We should get no, you don't. You don't want that level of oversight. Like from people who are just like, we're gonna make you marketable. You'd be like, nah, fuck it. I'm out today.
Come on.
I love you down, and I also know my friends. I'm just saying. Let's not do that. Let's not lie to these people.
Let me get to that. Let me get through this. We still got some stories to get through. It is almost 11 o'clock.
Okay. What you got here?
Parents should let their children play Roblox if they are not comfortable about their kids' safety in game. Roblox boss Dave Bazuki has said Roblox, a gaming and social platform with 80 million daily users, has frequently been criticized for its lax player safety, particularly as the bulk of its audience is under 18. Quote, my first message would be, if you're not comfortable, don't let your kids be on Roblox. That sounds like a little counterintuitive, but I would always trust parents to make their own decisions. But this game was made for kids in mind, right? Like,
so, like, here's the problem, right? The problem, the issue, the all of that, right? Is that this comes after years of people reporting, hey, y'all got some people moving real shady out here, knowing that the majority of your audience are children under the age of 18.
Yes.
Like, reports have come into, like, I think at one point they had like 13,000 reports and some change of like children being embroiled in something or other because people were like taking advantage of children, and the features that they put in after years of people complaining were things that were meant to prevent things happening to minors. So the issue isn't, well, do parents, like, we're not talking about like content. We're not talking about children running into big scary things or running into explicit things that were built into like the core of the game. This isn't Bloodborne. We're not talking about Elden Ring. We're not talking about like your children playing Dead by Daylight. We're talking about you having a social game where people run around and interact with other people on voice comms and other things, and you needing to do some moderation around that shit. And you being like, well, I mean, it's the parents' decision whether or not they play or not. Let me explain something to you. If I walk into a restaurant that you own and I slip and fall because you had a big ass puddle of water in the middle of the floor that you didn't put up a sign for, and I hurt myself and I take you to court, you want to know what argument they're not going to hear? Well, it was your choice to be at the restaurant at 2 p.m. What kind of nonsense is this?
I mean, they'll try it.
You know, if you're really concerned about slipping and falling in the restaurant, hurting your bottle of water on the floor, I just invite you to consider that you could just choose not to be at that restaurant. Water's not supposed to be in the middle of the floor, and people are not supposed to be interacting with minors in these predatory ways on your platform, and you have a means to moderate that shit, so fix it.
No, they'd just rather tell you don't put your children on Roblox.
I really need somebody to fire rock salt at point blank range out of a shotgun.
I really want one of those.
Rock salt?
No,
I mean, it's
the
not
little-
hard to get.
No, like those little guns that shoot the salt to kill the flies.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, yeah. As a parent, I know I've made the right decision, and every day a story about Roblox that comes out is another day that I knew I made the right decision. In some good news, Assassin's Creed Shadows will support Steam Deck at release.
Well, we know how Major does love a Steam Deck, so.
I do love a Steam Deck. And I do love Black Samurai. And I do love ninjas. And while I may not be the biggest Japanophile, I may not be the biggest otaku, I do like me a Japanese setting.
Thank you for mentioning that. I need to talk to you about an anime choice. It is called. I will send you a link to the anime in question. I think you might like it because it is very anti-war in itself.
I do love me some anti-war.
Mm-hmm. It's the most anti-war war anime that I've seen in a very long time, and I think you might enjoy it.
Is it Gundam
Which
Wing?
one was it?
No. No, it's Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I think it was like Die New These. DNT is what we like to call it, because that nobody's saying all that. It's the remake to the original Legend of the Galactic Heroes from the 80s. It's shorter, but it's currently unfinished. But it is continually short. It's very short. Not short, but it's like not as convoluted.
So this is one of them animes I can get in on the ground floor.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, I've always wanted to watch one of those animes.
Yeah. It's trust me, it's not going to be like a 300, 400, 500 episode series. It's currently it's about maybe 50.
Damn. I love how 50's on the short side.
It's short but it's like a manageable amount of episodes. I'll look it up. I'm gonna see if I can also find a way for you to watch it per se. We'll see.
Yeah, just we'll look into that. We'll look into that.
I wanted to mention that to you.
But yeah, so Assassin's Creed Shadows will be supported on the Steam Deck day one. So I was leaning close to buying it. Now it's dipped a little bit closer to buying. So when this game come out? On the 20th. All right, so I still got a week before I fully make that decision, but I feel like it's already been made. Somewhere between Naruto and One Piece. Wait, those are both long animes.
No, that's not.
Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not close. But still, for me, like, we all know thick thighs save lives, but they also do well during recession depression, according to Atelier Yumiya producer. I look back at RZA, but also some nice insight onto Yumina vastly different look. I don't know what that's a weird sentence to say. Apparently the creator of the Atelier RZA series says that, people, that the creators design their characters based on the times. And apparently a lot of designers will design thicker characters for when people are going through it financially, because it gives you a sense of comfort. And I'm just saying the Invisible Woman is right there for. I've heard so much about this Invisible Woman. I don't know what they're talking about. What's going on with the Invisible Woman?
I don't know. She's invisible, I guess. Well, that and people say that she's built like Dexter's mom.
Ooh. Wait, let's see. Invisible Woman Malice?
Malice.
Ow!
Marvel Rivals.
Why would I? It's right here.
Oh, the Malice skin. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
the merge I wasn't going to send you to that place, but
I
we're
mean,
here
look,
now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said knowledge has been bestowed upon me. I am now aware.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that all of the character skins are actually canon characters in Rivals. Where
I mean,
it's
they've
like,
got so much material to pull from. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Just okay. Again, like I said, thick thighs not only save lives, they are definitely recession proof. As the Trump regime continues to do whatever fuck shit it's doing with King Elon King Elon is at the helm. Expect your characters to get thicker, I guess. Just rest your heads on the thighs and the bosoms of these thick women. Yes, Lord.
Lay your head on them thigh meat.
I've seen some people goon over Venom.
Don't do that, Kevin. It's too soon. It's too soon.
Let's see. Now, this might sound a bit peculiar to you, but it turns out a quick Google provides academic evidence of the matter. Not recent findings either. Take this 2005 paper from Leif Nielsen and Evan Morris entitled "The Symptoms of Resource Scarcity: Judgments of Food and Finances Influence Preferences for Potential Partners." In layman's terms, in hard times, people may find physical signs that you aren't skipping meals more attractive.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Historically, that's true.
Yeah.
Globally and across cultures.
Yeah. Again, time and time again, thick thighs save lives. It's no longer a derogatory statement. That is just fact at this point. That goes for men and women. In updates, Apple released a whole bunch of software this week. Update your shit. There's iOS updates, Mac updates. And again, I'm not sure if it is on the Mac as it is on iOS and iPadOS. But again, if you disable Apple Intelligence on your devices and you update, it will re-enable it. So you have to go, disable it again. I could have sworn Apple said that was a bug. Not sure how it repeated itself, but it did. Just a heads up. Still trying to figure out why a feature that should be opt-in is opt-out. In deals, not to mention the fact that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 was announced this week, but we'll move on from that. PlayStation Plus games from March: UFC 5, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, another game that was on my list of games to buy during my whole forced sabbatical, but I no longer have to because on PlayStation Plus. Captain Tsubasa: Rise of New Champions, and more.
I am going to have to pass up on deals. Those deals are looking tasty. We love to see those sales, but I can't do it.
This is free games on PlayStation. Mobile
Unless they're
Suit
free on
Gundam.
PlayStation 3, I don't know what we're gonna do there.
Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy. In wartime, are there thick thighs? Let's find out. I've heard some good things about Arcade Paradise.
It's good.
Is this a simulator? Like you just run an arcade?
Yes.
Oh. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yes.
Bang on the Ball Chronicles. I have a video on the site about it, and I promoted it once and have not promoted it since because the video was made not too long after the genocide or the current genocide in Gaza happened.
Yeah.
And I discovered that in the balls that are featured in the game that have country flags, there's an Israeli one, but not a Palestinian one. And I said, fuck that. Also, I did not really think that game was great.
I mean, that happens. That does happen.
But I'm more upset at the fact that there was no Palestinian flag.
Mm-hmm. That's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like game comes along and it's like, oh, not only is it not good, it's not ideal either. Who would have thunk? Not good, not ideal as well.
Let's see. With premium, you get the VR version of Arcade Paradise, some old Armored Core games.
Nice.
So yeah. Definitely go check that out if you have a PlayStation. I think I will.
Yes.
And the Steam Spring Sale 2025 is now upon us. Wallets beware.
Yes.
There are games afoot. Balatro is $13. Sifu is $16. Helldivers 2 $32. Unrail 2 back on track $16.
We played that for third place.
Life is Strange Double Exposure $30.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to. Yeah, I'm gonna click on that one. I don't think I own that one. I do not. So I'm gonna save that. That's for later.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me for later.
Mm-hmm.
I have an iPhone 7. I think I'm good. I looked to see if it was there. On an iPhone 7, no, I don't think you are getting updates for a minute. Like, if ever. Again.
Yeah.
Your time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might get a security update every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're not gonna get hacked, but you're not gonna get.
Oh no, you'll get hacked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You'll probably no. You're right. You'll be protected.
You better protect it.
You're okay.
Will you have things? No. Features? Not really.
But yeah, that's it for the show. Now it's time for So Long.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's it for the show. Eternal
At least for this
Fire.
one.
I'm sorry?
Eternal Fire, you were saying.
No, but you said before I shouted that out.
I said no. It's just kind of like no. That is in fact all the things.
That is all the things.
We do not have we just have like updates on progress, but no mayhem for you to manage this because I considered some. I did have a question. but I thought it might be better for our episodes and discussion to tell y'all what I want to talk about before the show happens. So we're gonna try to do that, which means we don't have mayhem to manage today. However, I will say, in the effort of trying to manage noise, as it were, I have begun the delightful journey of just being like, and unfollowed and unfollowed and unfollowed and unfollowed. And I have a goal number in mind. So to pick out, and this number is partly arbitrary, but I am going to work on narrowing down to 100 people that I follow on Instagram. Just 100 people. I am at 651 right now.
That's a lot.
It is. It's one of those. I don't know if people know how much they are listening to, reading, watching, or having to hear opinions about until you start looking at how many of these. It's like, this is a lot of people.
Oh shit, I can't talk.
And so we're working on it. A lot of it, right? It's just because you find something. This person said something cool. This is funny. Maybe they will say something funny and equally as enjoyable or whatnot. And I forget how many things are just brought into my sphere by the fact that people that I'm connected to also have people they're connected to, and they will just bring that stuff to me whether I go actively looking for it or not. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm actually curious as to how many people I actually do know on here. And it's actually looking like a good number of people so far that I do know. But we'll see the further I go down that damn list. Instagram was, whew, that's a number. But yes, Eternal Fire. And yeah, I'm just gonna stop that. I don't want to say the other word. What do you have going on this week?
We are doing some game recordings, and on Sunday, and I'm mentioning this specifically for the people who, on Sunday at 7 p.m. or so, I am going to go live with a game I have not played in a while, but is near and dear, and that is Monster Prom. So if you like dating monsters, very interesting and hilarious scenarios, things that occasionally just are like, ooh, that's a little bit too real right now. It's a good time.
Yes.
Sphinx knows. Sphinx is one of the OGs who was there when I played nothing but that game for like a whole year, trying to date a particular character in the game, and you had to do a whole bunch of extras to be able to date that person. And so Sphinx was there from. Yeah. It was a production. I had charts. Like we were. Mm-hmm. I was in it.
I have that was part of my Steam sale purchases, because I had during Steam Next Fest they had a demo for the 4th game in series,
MonsterCon,
and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. And I played it, and I was on stream, and I loved it, and I was laughing because I believe I had dabbled with Monster Prom before, but I had not played it. I think it was like one of those like remote, we got on remote play in the Discord, and then we just kind of like linked up and you know, like roamed around in the game, and I was like, this is fun. I should get this, and I never really did. And then I played MonsterCon, and then it was like, yes, I should get all of them. And it was one of those situations where I possibly had like 3 at, I think I probably had maybe like Prom 3 on GOG, and maybe had this game and Amazon, and I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. Buy them. So I bought them all on Steam. So I have them on Steam. And yeah, I am just now like either going to get in with people who are into Monster Prom, or just just link in, or just play it by myself and see how it goes and cackle profusely, because I had a wonderful time playing it on my stream. And yes, it is up on my YouTube channel, the MonsterCon footage, and it's me trying not to say penis. And yeah. So it was a good time. It was a funny time. It was a good time. So.
I'm stuck on the merger. You trying to recommend or avoid a game called Lockdown Protocol? Because this is the first I've ever heard of it.
I think there was.
I've never heard of it until just now. So my opinion is like, man. Yeah, like that's the vibe I'm getting from it. It's like Among Us, but
Like,
in 3D. Hold on, let me.
I mean, it is exactly Among Us, but in 3D. But I'm trying to remember if anything had come about that. I don't know if y'all play social deduction games. I absolutely
isn't that
don't.
Among Us?
It's like Among Us.
Yeah, like Among Us is like Among Us. Like games like Among Us or The Wolf Among Us, or I think there were
No, not the Wolf.
games that came around
Not
that
the
time.
Wolf Among Us.
Not the Wolf Among Us. No.
That is a different game.
It's games like Lockdown, like just the way we're saying like that, Lockdown Protocol and Town of Salem. I think it was like Town of Salem was one.
Oh yeah, Town of Salem is definitely one.
Deceit?
Yeah, Deceit. Deceit was a big one.
I did not care for Deceit.
I didn't care much for. I
don't like
watched
horror.
I watched people play Deceit. I was not a fan of Deceit. What was another? What was another one?
I'm trying to remember. There was this one game that had like this Art Deco style of game for that too.
First Class Trouble.
Yep, like that. Also that.
Yeah. That was up there. There was at one moment there was a lot of social deceit games. It was like action rogue. It was the action roguelites of the time. Like they were everywhere.
So the question is too, like, if it requires at least 3 people to play, do you have other people to play this game with, Merge? Or again, is this a subtle hint?
I mean, I'm not. I truly do not want to play Among Us. I will make that clear. I'm like, nope. I have Among Us. I think I got Among Us on Epic, and then I got Among Us. Then they sent me Among Us on not Green Man, GOG, and I think Amazon Games had it. I really truly don't want to play it. And it was like for Game Pass for a while, and it's like it was like $3, and it's like one of those games like if I wanted it and I wanted to play it with people, I would have played it. Nope. I don't like games where I lie with my. I don't like games where I have to lie to my friends. I don't.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I have seen many a stream where people are like struggling to do that.
Yeah, like I have that is like just a thing with me, and the same thing with playing.
I'm sorry, Merge, that's on me, Merge. I did assume that you did not have the free. Well, I'm a terrible person. I'm just the worst today. I'm the fucking worst.
Part of it,
like, I would not assume that we are Merge's core of friends. Would assume.
That's it. I'm done. I'm just fucking done today. Today's not been a good day for me.
Listen, I know that I'm a core friend, even if Merge has other friends. Let's just be clear about that.
Like I wouldn't say like Merge is our own like
Merge
we are
better.
Merge's
Merge better.
only friend.
Oh,
Let's just
like
say-
Merge
only
is
friends?
let's just say I'm
Absolutely,
projecting.
absolutely not.
Let's say
Right.
I'm projecting tonight.
It's like I know Merge. I know Merge has more friends.
I
Just one
assume,
of those
like-
things, like
Because I consider Merge one
I
of
know
my
I'm
only
one of
friends, I just assume it was reciprocal.
I don't think that Merge is like going, "Ooh, nobody to play with." I think Merge is like, I have time to play with y'all. Let me go ahead and play with y'all.
Look,
It's like
it's
yeah.
me being conceited. I assumed that everybody was in the same predicament as me.
It's one of those things. It's like you have friends because you have said, "Can I be friend?" and people said yes.
I just assumed that, that was just one
You
way.
s-
Like, not one way, but it was like just reciprocal only to me. Like nothing exists outside of my sphere of influence.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
Oh wait,
assume
hold on for a
anybody-
moment. Wait. Did Major just confess to having clout on stream?
No, I admitted to being conceited.
Having a sphere of influence?
Yes, I
Influence, Major?
admitted to being conceited and having delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, I often assume that people have lives and are busy, and but I just say, hey, the chair is the door is open, we have room. Please come if you're ready to attend.
The Major lacks object permanence is what it is.
Yeah,
If I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
it's literally peekaboo, man.
Look.
Peekaboo.
If I can't see anything beyond this wall, around this corner, it does not exist. There's nothing there.
Yeah, right.
It's only when I look, oh, there's a room over there. Okay.
Yeah, it's
See,
peekaboo.
now it's not. I don't know. I can't see.
Other things I will be doing this weekend.
Oh shit! I thought we had just made it to Kev. I thought it was on me.
Hopefully a bit of hopefully a bit of reading and wardrobe change-ups, because next week, and I do believe it's next week, Thursday specifically, is my favorite day of the year.
Wait, wouldn't it be Friday? Isn't it the 21st?
I think it's March the 20th.
I don't know. I just wake up and it's a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's at it's March the 20th at 5 in the morning.
I'll be asleep.
I don't know. My child, the way my sleep is set up is whatever, but
No, actually, I probably will be up.
I love that for you. I also hate that for you.
No, always hate it. I do not love it. Always hate it.
Always hate. Do not
Always
love.
hate.
But yeah, that's me. That's me with all the things.
Kev, what you got going on?
Not too much. Spring is spranging. So now I have to basically get the house in order, tidied up. Ready for the spring cleaning of sorts. And
Kevin,
also,
please make sure that you update your mask and that you get your allergies.
oh, I have my spring routine is already on deck, so I'm already
I am worried for y'all.
yeah. It's bad. It's bad, and where I live, it's like cool. It's not as bad because we don't have the trees. Thank you, but the flowers. Yeah, the flowers are still blooming, so it might not be like all beer and skittles, but it is. So probably getting that ready. I've always been masked up, so I've kind of that's also been a help to me when it comes to allergy season, is because I've been masking, so that also helps. What's another thing? So probably be working on that. I've been doing good on the uploads lately. I'm dropping a few videos over the weekend, kind of clear some stuff out of the way. They kind of got, a lot of stuff. We had like a bit of a Monster Hunter Wilds pileup of reviews and review keys to cover, and I finally got past that log jam and gonna get some stuff out of the way. And then also kind of just enjoy life and read and finally sit down and actually read the manga that I pre-ordered last month. um and just kind of stay good, stay good, stay blessed. Oh, and I have a event coming up in April where it is the birthday of my channel. Not just the stream anniversary, but it's the birthday. It is the birth of what used to be the KKS Gaming, that is now Kevy Kev Show. It's in April 10th because I was in TBG and we were talking about the inception of our channels, and I was like, oh, when was my channel? And found out it was April 10th. And so what I'll be doing is I'll probably just be doing a little something like a little channel birthday, birthday to the Twitch channel. And I think that falls on that falls on Thursday. So we'll probably do something. On Wednesday. We'll probably do a birthday thing on Wednesday. And yeah, we'll just go from there. I'll just celebrate my channel's birthday a day early. And yeah. And that's pretty much it, really.
Let's see. For me, I've got what do I have? Some just came up on my radar. Actually, it's been on there for a minute, but I've taken on a bigger role in it. We're having a Black Liberation teach-in Saturday at Raleigh United Mutual Aid Hub in downtown Raleigh. So definitely, if you would like to learn some stuff about Black Liberation, definitely come on out. It's it's supposed to be like some of it's live stream because it's a course that's actively being held at the People's Forum in New York. And then after that, we're having local discussions about it. Let's see. Outside of that, of course, we've got hunting monsters on Friday with friends. I love how I'm plugging shit that's on Kev's channel, but it's also on mine now. So I'm at least streaming the Monster Hunter streams on my end too. Yeah. But yeah, hunting monsters with friends on Fridays. And then on Monday, of course, Monster Mondays.
Yes.
Still looking to expand content a little bit more, but it depends on, how things go with trying to get content up on the site. On YouTube and on the site. It took me a couple of days, because we were playing for a long time Monday to where
like about 3-4 hours.
Yeah. So I didn't get shit up on the site until like Tuesday evening. Because I exported things and then went to bed. And then had to come back Tuesday and finish the work. So
yeah, I think of where we are as far where I am story wise. I don't think I'm gonna be running. I don't think I'm gonna be doing like 3 and 4 hour streams of Monster Hunter. I mean, if we just happen to have good hunts, then we just happen to have good hunts.
Yeah, because I think I'm close to the end now. Because I'm at a point where you were, I think, the other day, or where you were at Monday. So
with for sake of non-spoilers, where exactly? Be vague as you can.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard for me because I don't know shit.
Was it like Nivy Octopus?
It was after that. I was fighting the octopus.
Okay.
During that stream.
No, not the fire octopus.
Oh, there's another one? Guess not. Shit. As long as it's not the fire octopus. That fire was fucking pointless.
I'm gonna say that one comes out of nowhere because it's like okay, and then it's like oh, okay. So, yeah. I think where I was, I think the last Monday, not the past Monday.
I want to say I was not too far away from where they showed me where they get things from.
Right. Okay.
And things happened in a very, very close space, and I hated it.
Yeah. So I think, so probably what I will be doing is like on Fridays, we'll just be like, I will just be complimenting everybody else's hunts, and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Yeah, there'll be a half an hour preamble of us trying to figure out what online modes we still need.
Like, really, it's just like, and then at me asking you, are you in the squabby? And you're like, I don't know if I'm in the squabby, and then you're not in the squabby. And then Merge is in the squabby, and then we're not.
Look, I figured it out.
Merge is like, I don't think you were in the squabby, bro.
I figured it out. I was in the squabby Tuesday because I did play some more Tuesday.
Yeah.
After I finished uploading the video, just because I wanted to crank things up again. And it's like, oh, okay, so this is how this works. But being in the squabby turns off the pause. I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to be in the squabby if I'm all by myself. I hate this.
Yeah, I mean, you don't got to be in the squabby if
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could just be.
I was trying to check my phone, and that's when that fight in that source location happened, and I'm like, I am doing something, and I was running around in a circle because I couldn't pause the game.
Yeah, I mean when that happens, just go back to base camp.
I am panicking and I'm doing things in a panic.
Yeah.
So it's just me just gonna run it around in a circle till this is done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, check out, like, there'll be more of those streams coming up. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where I'm gonna finish a story, and then I guess we'll just be hunting monsters at that point for no reason other than to just get loot, I guess. Now I'm going to experience the real Monster Hunter.
That's when the real game hits.
And we're going to see how long I stick around with that.
It's like, that's when, like, once credits roll and then it's like you've done the story doesn't like end. It's just more, it's just like, all right, do some hunts, get them levels up, and then like the story's like, hey, there's a monster that's kind of like attacking the village. Do you want to handle that? And it's like, okay. And then it's like, okay, you've done that part. All right, now just go ahead and do hunts.
Here's just hoping they'll have some story DLC, like World.
Oh yeah.
At a certain point, I'm like, yeah.
That's truly going to happen. There's going to be an Iceborne or Sunbreak type DLCs coming out, and then of course, like, whatever the title updates are going to be. The title updates are going to be like pretty chunky. So
also, I do want to remind Kev that, hey, Split Fiction came out, so
yes,
there's some potential content there.
Good deal.
Look into. Luckily, only one of us needs to buy it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I've got anything else on the hopper. I very rarely do things except for read books now and play an occasional video game. Hopefully all my medical issues are done, because not only did I have, I think I have gout now.
Damn.
So that kind of kept me on my ass last weekend. And then up until today, I was having some issues with my head to where I had a vertigo attack yesterday.
Yeah.
I took my first PTO day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I have 72 hours left of PTO. I had a smooth 2 weeks. Now I've got 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so hopefully some relatively smooth sailing going forward as I navigate these health issues. But yeah, that's it. rambling now. It's time to get up out of here. Of course, thank you again for tuning into another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Next week, I believe, is our last regular show of the week. Yep. Then there's the Thursdays.
Yes.
So definitely come back through. Of course, if you're watching the archive of this, you can catch us live at twitch.tv/MajorLinux, Thursdays, 8 o'clock p.m. But of course, if you are watching this live and you would like to watch previous episodes, you can go to majors.house/TTT to get the audio version and /TTT vid to get the YouTube playlist. There have been two requests to put this show on platforms that do not track users. I have been doing the exploratory work to get that done. So I am looking to host some of this stuff on Castopod, which is the federated podcast hosting platform. Looking to see what that looks like, how that's going to work, what the storage requirements and stuff for that is, that we can move over there or start hosting some stuff over there for users who would prefer to use that platform to listen to the show. Because I would definitely love to enable more people in more places to be able to safely and securely watch the show. Again, this is
because we do good work and you should be able to see it.
Yeah. Also, for me, it's shit that I want to do. It's something I've been interested in. And now that people are looking for it, what better time than the present? I know people have been asking about PeerTube, and that is a different conversation. That one will, and I am going to say will require some funding to do. Like, yeah. I don't even have that kind of money for video storage like that. So, I mean, provided I cycle videos out, but we'll have to, again, it's still researched. You have to look into, see what that looks like. But yeah, audio is a lot smaller than video, and I can deal with that a little bit easier. But yeah, so definitely stay tuned for all that. If you would like to find us on social media, of course, the Mastodon information is in the description below in the show notes. Of course, you can hit us up at majors.house/Discord. That's where we discuss all of the news that's happening during the week, even on our off weeks. And we talk about other things, just hardware, gaming, all sorts of tech and shit. Politics, if that's the thing you're into now. We are a political podcast now because when Wired is doing the best political reporting than the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, we done fucked up somewhere. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for March 13th, 2025. On behalf of Sin, on behalf of Kev, on behalf of the Goat, Idios and Anka, I've been one of your co-hosts, Marcus Major Linux Summers, twitch.tv/Major Linux. And of course, all I've got, you could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream, or you could have been reading the tech and gaming news yourself, but you said, no, thank you. We came here for Sue Storm. And Lord, now I've got the vapors. And for that, I said, thank you. So do I. And all I've got left to say to you, wonderful people, is nobody's going to save us but ourselves. Free Luigi, free Mahmood. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I love you. And peace. How?
Wakanda forever.